Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. This is Janie from a couple weeks ago. You all won't see this video for a couple weeks because what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you all progress over a couple weeks. What I'm gonna do, I just filmed my July backyard garden tour, and in that garden tour I was talking to you all about cutting back some of my annuals this time of year just to kind of rejuvenate them. They're getting a little leggy, a little long in the tooth, and so what I wanted to do is I wanted to cut them back, fertilize them, and then see how long it takes for them to flush back and look beautiful again. This is something I don't always do it with my annuals, my super petunias. Like my annual swoop, I can just leave it all season and I don't even bother with it. But when things are in pots, especially pots that are a little bit higher off of the ground, and the heaviness of the blooms of say super petunias or super beanas, sometimes it just causes things to kind of pull down a little bit and you start seeing gaps. It starts looking a little bit leggy. So all you do is you cut it back. So today is July 25th and I will show you guys kind of, it's like a before shot. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shear them all back and I will fertilize because today is Monday and Monday is my fertilizing day. And then we'll see, whenever you guys see this, is how long it takes for these pots to flush out and kind of come back and start looking beautiful again. So it might be in a week, it might be in 2 weeks, it might be in a month. We will see, and we will see how it does. I am going to be fertilizing once a week. I'm going to be spraying BT once a week to protect them from budworms. And so I will keep you guys posted on how long it takes for these plants, these pots, to flush back and how long I actually am without blooms. All right, let me show you the 2 pots that I'm going to shear back. All right, so here are my trio of pots that I have in my backyard. The one that I'm gonna shear back is the yellow one right here. This is called the lemonade stand recipe and it's gorgeous. It is my favorite combination that I've planted this year. I absolutely love it. The 2 main plants in it, the 2 main flowers are Super Petunia limoncello, that's so beautiful, and then this luscious lantana citron or lantana luscious, one of those combinations. But the reason why I think it's so beautiful is this lantana mimics the limoncello almost perfectly. The lantana is this big like ball of blooms and they have yellow eyes that are fading out to a cream, which is the exact same thing as the Super Petunia limoncello. So beautiful. I also have Super Bell's yellow that is obviously not keeping up, but that's okay. That's all right. So it looks beautiful, but then if you come over here, you guys can see this gap right here. And the reason for that is because it's so heavy, the blooms are kind of pulling everything down as it grows out. And because it's in kind of a tall pot, everything's just kind of pulling itself down right here. So that's okay. That is absolutely normal for this, normal for annuals. It just means that they're super happy and they're growing like crazy. So this is one of the pots that I'm just going to shear back and I will fertilize it with some of that Proven Winners water soluble fertilizer and we will see how long it takes to flush back. The other pot that I'm going to cut back is over there. Let me take you over there real quick. Okay, so right here is my other trio of pots that I have. This is my little purple combination. And this one right here is the Super Petunia Vista Snowdrift. Absolutely gorgeous white. I love the Super Petunia. It's probably my second favorite right behind Bubblegum. And that's probably the same for vigor, right? It's probably Bubblegum that's the most vigorous. And then I think that this Snowdrift is right behind it. And then it's mixed in with the Super Petunia Royal Velvet right in there. Again, it's really beautiful. It's a gorgeous pot, but it's starting to get a little leggy, especially right here. It's just kind of pulling itself down like that. So I'm just going to cut it back. I'm going to shear it back and then I'm going to fertilize it. I'm also going to do this pot behind it that has the Super Petunia Blue Skies that is just fantastic. Oh, I just noticed. Look at that spider and spider web. How did I miss that? You guys see it? I can't focus on it. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. So let's see, I am going to cut back this Super Tunia Blue Skies, there we go, and fertilize it as well and wait for it to flush back. I don't know how long it's gonna take. We will see. Hopefully it won't take that long. I honestly don't think it's gonna take more than a few weeks at the most, but it'll be kind of a good thing just to see exactly how long it takes. So I will go get my pruners and I will go get my pop-up bag and we will cut all these back. Okay, so not looking so hot, not looking very pretty, but that's okay. Trust the process. I trust the process. I've done this enough times that I know that it's worth it. It looks brutal. It looks like I killed the plants in there, but you can see that they weren't getting any sun. I think this is the Super Tunia Limoncello. It wasn't getting any sun. The poor Super Bell's Yellow wasn't getting any light. I mean, it just totally needed it. So I fertilized it and we'll see how long it takes to bounce back. It's funny, as I was digging around in there, I also noticed that I have white flies there. So I have, it's about a month ago when you guys see this video, but when I took out my big zucchini plant over here in my garden, I had white flies everywhere and they had all the gross honeydew everywhere, and I ended up taking the whole thing out. And then they must have migrated over here and started attacking these plants. So I have some of that Captain Jack's dead bug, I think that's what it's called. I'm going to spray that tomorrow instead of spraying BT, and I feel like that should hopefully help take care of the issue and nip it in the bud before it gets too out of control. So then over here, I cut these back as well. I didn't take down that spider web, but the spider's gone. So I was checking my hair. I couldn't find it. I bet you it's somewhere in here. But you can see I cut back the blue skies, and then I cut back the royal velvet, and I cut back the snowdrift. So again, pretty brutal, but I think that it needed it. You can see my pretty pots now, or at least 2 of the 3. These pots are from MPG Planters. They are fiberglass. They're not concrete. I love them. I absolutely love them. I think that they're so pretty. I think I got them from Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those places. So you can see it's July 25th. This is what they look like right now. Not looking like much, but I will be back soon and we will see what they look like in a couple weeks. All right, see you all then. Hi everyone, Janie here. It is exactly 1 month later. Well, 1 month and a day. It is August 26th. I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to give you an update on cutting back my annuals and what they look like now. I feel like I should have filmed this about a week or 2 weeks ago because really they've grown in since then and they look wonderful. And I really am happy that I took the time to cut them back on July 25th because I feel like they look so much better now. And if I had kept letting them go and kind of grow and get super leggy, I would have been even more annoyed, I'll say, about my annual pots at this point in the season. So I live in Northern California, zone 9B, and our annuals grow. We don't get a first frost until usually December, right? So we still have all of September, all of October, and most of November that we can enjoy these pots. So I'm glad I did it. Let me show you what it all looks like. I'll start with the yellow pot right up here. All right, so here's the pot that I cut back. I'll do a before and after right now, but you can see things are just a little bit more in control right now. The Supertunia Limoncello look really good. The Lantana look gorgeous. With the heat that we're having, oh my goodness, it's absolutely loving it. And by cutting it back, it allowed the Super Bells, the Calibrachoa yellow, to kind of poke their head out, and they are joining the party, I'll say. I think that it looks so beautiful. Again, I love this combination. This is a takeoff from a lemonade stand recipe. I don't remember if I told you guys that last month. I don't even remember what I said in that video last month. I have to edit it, but it's looking beautiful. Right here is the Pentis Sunstar Pink. It's looking gorgeous as well. I think that this plant, it's a heat tolerant plant, but I do think that our like 110 degree days does cause it to kind of not be as happy, because once it kind of cools off, the last couple days have been not like super hot, probably in the high 90s to mid 90s, and it's looking gorgeous, so beautiful, and there's lots and lots of buds coming. And then of course the Safari Sky, James Britannia, looking beautiful. Okay, let me go show you guys the other planters on the other side of the pool. So we are right in the middle of fence painting. It looks so good. I know I just released a video showing you guys the fence, but it's just looking so good. Jason's going through and he is touching up the places that, I mean, he's a perfectionist, let's be honest. So he's going through and he's touching up all the spots that I thought were perfectly fine, but he spent all day today kind of touching things up. All right, so here is my Supertunia Vista Snowdrift and my Supertunia Royal Velvet. And you can see it's definitely grown in. I'll do a before and after right now. So it looks good. You can still see the pot. The Supertunia Blue Skies look beautiful. There's the Vinca. This is all the new stuff that I've added since last month. I actually went to the plant store today and bought a bunch of stuff for over here. So I'm really excited to get that in. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So cutting it back, not cutting it back too far. You know, they've proven winners, they really say just cut it back about a third of the way is what they recommend. I tend to kind of push that a little bit, but I think to be safe, just cutting it back to just cutting a third off and then fertilizing, just being really consistent with fertilizing. I find I have a tough time being consistent because I don't always want to come out here in the heat, but when I do, it's a noticeable difference. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I think it looks gorgeous and it's a beautiful summer evening. So I hope you all enjoyed this little look at cutting your annuals back. I know it's a little bit late, but it's a good kind of, I'll say, skill to know, and to know that it's really good to do specifically for supertunias. They really benefit for it. In the first couple years that I grew supertunias, I just let them grow. And I have pictures of these pots specifically, these white pots, of the supertunias just reaching the bottom and then were kind of leggy at the top. And I wish that I knew to cut them back then, because I think I would have enjoyed them even more than I already do. So cutting back your annuals, it's something that really benefits them, really benefits the plants. And if you have a long growing season like I do here in Zone 9B, you just got to do it. So let me know if you have any questions about this in the comments section down below. And I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.